Hey everyone, Paul here from freeyounow.com, and this is Driving with Paul, episode number 10. In this episode, I want to talk about making your dreams come true. Now, one of the key ingredients to being able to make your dreams come true is having the self-confidence and the belief that you can do it. And one of the exercises that you can do, because self-confidence is essentially, the word self-confidence kind of explains it, but it's your confidence in yourself, right? And it's a self-created mind program, right? Meaning you're in control over your self-confidence. No one else can kind of give you self-confidence. You're the only one who can create self-confidence in your life. And one of the exercises you can do in order to boost your self-confidence in your ability to manifest your dreams and make things happen in your life, it's basically what you do is, it's a very simple process. What you basically do is you start to condition your mind to look for examples all around you of people who have made their dreams come true. And at first glance, it's kind of difficult because you think, well, I don't really know anybody who's made their dreams come true, or you might start thinking about people like, celebrities, or maybe somebody like Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg, or multi-millionaires and billionaires. But that's not the only people who have made their dreams come true, right? In fact, if you condition your mind and you kind of magnetize your mind to look for it, you'll start to see that there are lots of people around you that have made their dreams come true. I'm not talking about every single dream that anybody has ever had, but at least some of their dreams come true, right? For example, the way that I play this exercise with myself is sometimes when I'll go to a restaurant, I'll sit there and I'll look around and I'll look at the restaurant and I'll look at the decoration and I'll look at the, the tables and the booths and, and the decor, and then I'll look at the menu and I'll kind of see, what's on the menu and what items were picked and all that. And I'll think to myself, this restaurant, at some point in time, this restaurant was somebody's dream, right? The owner of this restaurant, at some point in time, had a dream, and his dream or her dream was to run a restaurant, right? And obviously, since I'm sitting in that restaurant and eating there, their dream came true, right? And this could be even for franchise, even if it's a franchise restaurant, right? Like, let's say you're eating at McDonald's. Well, McDonald's was somebody's dream at one point, right? Franchising was somebody's dream at one point. Even the owner of the specific location of McDonald's, it was his dream at some point to own a McDonald's, to own a franchise, right? So if you start to think about it, virtually you can't really leave your house and go anywhere without really seeing examples all around you of people who have made at least one or two or three or some or all of their, well, I don't want to say all because that's pretty rare, but because once you achieve some of your dreams, you just have more dreams, right? But look, even when I'm driving here, as I'm driving by here, and you guys will probably be able to see it on this camera, take a look on just over my shoulder that way as I'm driving here, you're going to see a bunch of houses, well, they're kind of like townhouses being built, right? That right there, that's somebody's dream. Somebody had that dream, right? They had to have the dream to build townhouses, to buy property, and to build these townhouses, right? And then they have to work with an architect to figure out how, what's the layout going to look like. And they have to figure out all the details, right? That was somebody's dream, right? And sometimes when I'm driving by, I see cars parked on the road. Those cars, every single person who has a car parked in their driveway, right? At some point, that car was a brand new car, right? And it was somebody's dream to own that car. So you might be sitting there thinking, oh, I'd love to have a new car, right? Well, get outside, drive around, and look at all the people out there who have new cars or who have had cars that were new in the last few years. And just look at it and go, wow, that person made their dream come true. 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 And if you start to realize that, holy crap, all around you are people who have made their dreams come true, it'll boost your confidence to make your dreams come true, because you'll realize that, all these people can't be more special than me, right? There's a couple cars right there. Look, there's a nice BMW. That was somebody's dream, right? That was somebody's dream car. Otherwise, they wouldn't be driving it, right? You don't spend, that would look like maybe a 5 Series, or, you don't spend 70 grand on a BMW if it's not a dream car that you have. You know what I mean? Like, you don't just go, I'll just spend 70 grand, right? Most people, if they're going to buy that car, it's like, oh, that's a cool car. I really want that car. It's one of their dreams that they have, and they made it happen, right? Here's a truck coming by. Look at that truck, right? I don't know if you guys saw that, but I'm sure that guy, that truck was his dream at one point. He's like, oh man, I'd love to have a nice, real big truck, right? That's his dream, and he made it happen, right? Every car you see on the road was somebody's dream at some point. They made it happen. Isn't that exciting? Like, isn't that like when you get out in the world and you start to see that? You go to a mall, walk around the mall. Every single store inside the mall, like every shop, was somebody's dream. Somebody said, you know what? I want to open up one of these shops in the mall, right? I want to own one of these stores in the mall. I want to have a retail store. I'd love to have that kind of business. Some entrepreneur wanted that store. That was his dream or her dream, right? And they made it happen. And then look at the items inside the store. Every single item in the store was somebody's dream at some point, and they made it happen, right? Look at this house over here, and the camper they have. That was somebody's dream. Here's a nice truck coming up here, right? Look at that truck. I don't know if you guys can see that over my head, but that was that guy's dream or that girl's dream. Man, I'm surrounded by truck all of a sudden. There's another really cool truck that went on that side. You guys didn't see it, but every one of these houses was somebody's dream at some point, right? So if you start to think from this perspective, even go to a bookstore. I was at a bookstore a couple of days ago, and it's like, I don't even know. There's probably like 60,000 books in that bookstore, right? It's a chapter. It's a huge bookstore, right? And guess what? Every single book in that bookstore was at some point a dream of one of the authors who wrote that book, right? They must have woken up one morning or whatever and said, you know what? I want to write a book. And that was their dream. I want to write a book and I want to get it published. I want to write a book about this. I want to write a book on this topic. I want to get it published, right? Or I want to write a novel and I want to get that published. That was that person's dream, and they made it happen, right? When you go to a bookstore and you see 50,000 examples of somebody having a dream and making it happen, you have to start asking yourself, like, wait, hold on a second. If all these people can make their dreams come true, why can't I? And sure, you can, right? Of course you can make your dreams come true. You just have to build your belief that you can do it and build your confidence so that you'll go out there and actually go after it and you'll actually do it, right? And one of the best ways to do that is to start paying attention, start looking for examples of other people achieving that dream. As a blogger and as an internet marketer, one of the things that I do on my Facebook feed, when I see negativity, when I see people posting negative stuff, I just unfollow them. Like, no regard for, like, I don't know, 3 strikes you're out type of thing. No, forget it. Negativity, I just completely unfollow it on Facebook. I don't want to see that negativity on Facebook, right? But what I do instead is I go out there and I actively look for people who are succeeding at the same dream that I have. So if my dream is to build, let's say, a 6, 7, 8-figure income as a blogger, I'm going out there and I'm following other bloggers who are making that kind of income. And I'm following them. Why? And I want as many examples as possible. Why? Because watching them achieve it and seeing them living the lifestyle that I want as a 7 or 8-figure blogger, right? When I watch them have that lifestyle, it builds my belief that I can achieve it, because I look at them, and maybe if you look at one person and let's say that person is like super talented and they're just an amazing person, you're kind of like, well, maybe I'm not as good as this person, this person seems really savvy at this, whatever. But if you follow 2 people or 3 people or 5 people or 10 people, right? And you have, or even like 50 people, and they're all achieving the thing, they're living the dream lifestyle that you have, or some part of it, right? They're living that part of your dream. You start to realize, well, hold on a second. These people aren't that special. If they can do it, I can do it. If they can do it, I can do it. Now, take the opposite approach to that. Most people do is they follow a bunch of losers, people who are constantly complaining, whining, bitching, and negative about everything, and who are constantly pointing out what's every single news article that's wrong with the world. Oh my God, did you hear that this is happening over here, and those people over there are dying, and this is happening over here? All they're focusing all the time on is just constant negativity, and that's following up, that's showing up in your news feed on Facebook, or you're turning on the news and you're seeing that on TV, and you're seeing people who are being hurt, hospitalized, somebody got into an accident, somebody's house blew up, there's an earthquake over here, there's a thunderstorm over there. Like, all you're seeing is negativity, and you're seeing people suffering and being in pain and all that stuff. And then you try to have a dream, and it makes you feel like, well, hold on a second, all these people are suffering out there. What makes me think that I can have a life that I can actually enjoy and I can have my dreams come true, right? You're programming your mind with the wrong stuff. If you program your mind with positivity, and you program your mind with examples, right? Specific examples of people achieving that dream. You want to get fit? Follow like 100 or 150 people on Facebook, right? Who are at the same level or a couple steps ahead of you in the fitness game, right? You want to lose, let's say, 50 pounds, follow somebody who just lost 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 pounds, right? And watch their feed and see them talking about how they've achieved this and see them reach their goals. And when you see them reach their goals and make their dreams come true, you're going to start to build your belief that you can make your dreams come true, right? A lot of people, the challenge they have is they don't want to follow somebody who's successful in whatever dream they have, right? Like, let's say my dream is to be a 7-figure blogger or an 8-figure blogger. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't really want to follow that person over there because seeing them achieving their dream, it makes me feel crappy about myself because I haven't reached that dream. So, they kind of get jealous or whatever. And that will hurt you, right? You got to get rid of that thinking in your mind. You got to switch that switch off, right? You got to follow people who are living your dream, because what that's going to do, it's going to light a fire under your butt, number one, because you're going to be like, well, crap, if they can do it, then I can do it. Number two, it's going to build your confidence, because once you start seeing what these people are, who they are, what they're doing day to day, you'll start to realize, you know what? If 50 people out there can do this, then maybe I can do it. If 100 people can do it, maybe I can do it. If one person out there can do it, then you can do it. But the more examples that you give yourself of somebody living your dream, right? You want to get a new car, right? Let's say you want to get let's say you want to drive a BMW or a Mercedes or something like that, right? Or a Ferrari, whatever it is. Go out there and follow some groups of people who are driving BMWs, right? And look at their pictures, them posting, BMW enthusiast group or whatever. Look at all these people driving BMWs. You're going to be like, wow, well, man, there's like all these people driving BMWs. If they can do it, I can do it. You'll start to believe that, right? So just do that. Magnetize your mind. Take the time to look at, first of all, whenever you're out, right, out and about, whenever you leave your house, start looking at everything around you and start thinking. Look at the power poles over here, right? Electricity, right? Running electricity was somebody's dream at one point, right? Like, isn't that crazy? Now we have all these electrical grids all around the planet. A couple hundred years ago, there was no such thing as electricity. It was just a dream, and somebody made it come true. Put your feelers out there. When you're out there, just program your mind to show you, hey, this is a dream. This restaurant's a dream. That car is a dream. This chair, this product is a dream. This store is a dream. This whole mall is a dream. Every product in this mall is a dream. Somebody's dream that they made come true. And realize that if they can do it, you can do it. If they can do it, you can do it. Why not? Right? And then if you really want to take this to the next level, what you want to do is you want to figure out what are your dreams? What specific dreams are you working on right now? And then go find 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 examples of other people achieving that dream already, right now, living the lifestyle that you want to be living. Follow them, pay attention to what they're doing, get around their energy, and build up your confidence that if they can do it, you can do it. All right? That's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.